Right now, jury selection in the trial of Quadron Wilson shooting. A look at the case as it makes its way through the court.
Plus, the reasons so many video doorbells are vulnerable to hacking and recommendations on how to protect yours.
And a chilly start to the morning. Temperatures in the low to mid-20s today. Chilly today, a brief warm-up tomorrow, but even colder weather's on the way for the rest of the week. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks for waking up with us on News 3 Now this morning. I'm Shane Hogan.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. March Madness brackets are out.
I've been filling out mine in the commercial breaks throughout the morning. Yeah, it's just my favorite time of year for sure.
Have you heard anything about the anchor, the show contest like we did in previous years? Are we doing that again this year?
You think I would be the one to know that? I think I'm pretty low on the priority list. No,
really?
if we're doing, I say, yeah, let's show them who's boss.
All right. Hey, it is cold out there. Kelly Slifka is telling us it sure is not feeling like spring's right around the corner.
No, I mean, last week we were flirting with 70 a few days last week. This morning we're talking about temperatures in the lower 20s. So, yeah, this time of the year you've got just about all the wardrobe apparel handy, and that's what you're going to need today. Definitely need that winter jacket. 22 in Madison, also Monona. 25 in Middleton, Mount Vernon right now at 24. So a chilly start to the morning. Also, we got a northwest wind adding to that chill. We'll briefly turn milder. First official day of spring starting tomorrow, but we're watching some colder weather to follow, and also a potential for some snow and some accumulating snow, impactful snow by Thursday night going into Friday morning. Meantime, with the wind chill value, it does feel like 13 with that northwest wind, 9 in Juneau, 14 in Janesville. Feels like 13 currently in the Wisconsin Dells. So we do have this northwest wind. At least we should see some sunshine. Need the sunglasses, but also that winter jacket with that northwest wind. Temperatures in the low 30s here at the noon hour. A partly sunny sky this afternoon, headed in the mid to upper 30s. We should be in the mid 40s this time of the year, so running below that. Temperatures in the 20s this morning. At least we will see some sun today with mid to upper 30s later today. Brief warm up tomorrow, but then it turns cooler again, and we're tracking that snow potential later in the week. More on that coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you. Today, jury selection begins in the trial of Mark Wagner.
That's the DCI agent charged for his role in the shooting of Quadron Wilson while trying to arrest him. 21 law enforcement officers and agents were involved in Wilson's arrest and were on the scene when that shooting happened. Wagner says he shot at Wilson because he heard gunshots and thought someone had fired at him. But Wilson was unarmed, something prosecutors say makes Wagner's versions of his events impossible. Again, we are following the jury selection that will start later today.
So ahead of this week's trial, we are breaking down what happened in the months after the shooting that happened on February 3rd of 2022. 21 officers from multiple agencies tried to arrest Quadron Wilson. During that arrest, 2 DC agents fired their weapons, Wagner and Nathan Pesky. Now, later that month, the Dane County Sheriff's Office said in its investigation that no evidence was found that Wilson had a gun or any other weapon during the arrest. Then in September of 2022, the district attorney charged Wagner for recklessly endangering safety. Finally, in January of 2023, Wagner pleaded not guilty. While all that was happening, Wilson was also making his way through the criminal justice system. Less than 2 months after being shot, Wilson was charged with selling fentanyl. He took a plea deal in May of 22 to receive 3 years in prison. Within a year, Wilson completed a substance abuse program. He's now out of prison and under extended supervision.
As for Wagner's, what he's up against in court, the DCI officer is charged with 1 felony count of second-degree recklessly endangering safety by use of a dangerous weapon. The criminal complaint against him alleges he and Pesky were the only 2 people to fire guns that day. Wagner fired twice, Pesky 5 times. The criminal complaint says a single bullet is responsible for all of Wilson's injuries.
Wilson's family, meantime, activists and his former lawyers say that single charge doesn't go far enough. At the time Wagner was charged, Wilson's father said he hoped it was the beginning of holding people accountable for the shooting of his son. In an interview with News 3 Now, the lawyer who represented Wilson in his criminal case said the same thing.
It's not just the shooting. It's the whole plan of attack. It's the whole crazy idea that someone thought we need to assemble 21 people.
Wagner remains the only person charged for Wilson's violent arrest. News 3 Now will be covering the trial all week. You can stay up to date on the developments with the free Channel 3000 mobile app.
Video doorbells make it easy for you to watch who's coming and going, but who else might be viewing those videos? Well, the answer is hackers, and you'd likely never know it. A new Consumer Reports investigation found troubling security flaws in some video doorbells sold by some of the country's biggest retailers. This is an actual screenshot of a video doorbell accessed from almost 3,000 miles away. Outsiders aren't supposed to have access to the doorbell, but the security was so poor that Consumer Reports researchers were able to get to it. It was all done as part of a CR investigation into the security of video doorbells.
We were really surprised to find that anyone could walk up to one of these doorbells and take it over in a matter of seconds, and from there actually view screenshots of the doorbell potentially from thousands of miles away.
Consumer Reports' extensive security tests revealed a number of video doorbells that have serious security flaws that could make users vulnerable to a security breach. They all use the same mobile app called AWIT. The devices CR tested are sold under the brand names Ekin and Tuck, but we found the doorbells sold under many other brand names including Fishbot, Rake Blue, Ando, Luckwolf, and more. Retailers including Amazon, Walmart, Sears, along with Shein and Temu all sell them.
Your home is deeply personal and private. If someone is able to view your doorbell camera and see when you come and go, it presents a lot of security risks. For example, an abuser or a stalker could keep tabs on a victim, and it could create a very dangerous situation.
Experts blame the flood of cheap, insecure electronics from Chinese manufacturers being sold in the U.S. as a growing problem.
We're seeing a lot of overseas manufacturers create these obscure, cheap, no-name products and then flooding marketplaces here in the U.S. with them. Retailers do very little to vet these products, and it's very easy to become a seller on one of these online marketplaces.
Consumer Reports reached out to Ekin and Tuck but has not received a response. If you have a video doorbell that uses the mobile app AWIT and looks like the model shown in this report, Consumer Reports recommends you disconnect it from your home Wi-Fi and remove it from your door. CR has evaluated video doorbells with much better security from brands like Logitech, SimpliSafe, and Ring. CR also shared its findings with the Federal Trade Commission, which has the power to remove products like these from the marketplace. The agency declined to comment on what action it might take, saying that its investigations are private.
Well, the best kids spellers in the state are headed to the National Spelling Bee. We want to congratulate the top 2 finishers from the Badger State Spelling Bee. Aiden from Madison's Blessed Sacrament defending his title and coming in first once again. And then there's Netra from Forest Park Middle School at Franklin. She finished second. The two will represent Wisconsin when they participate in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. That'll take place in Maryland on May 28th.
How cool is that?
We're rooting for you, kiddos.
Absolutely.
All right. Kelly?
All right, we are going to be tracking a late winter snowmaker for us. That'll be arriving, it looks like, by later in the day, Thursday into Thursday night. We'll talk about how that'll impact our Friday coming up.
And coming up in your morning sports, we are talking March Madness and where the Badger men's basketball team sits in the tournament, and some women's basketball. They're playing in the postseason. What we can expect to hear today about their next steps.
Plus, we're talking about Wisconsin's Best Burger Contest happening right now, how you can be part of it and support your favorite local establishment in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you can get 3.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Camry, RAV4, or Tundra Hybrid.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
My name is Jack Frank. I'm a retired paper mill worker in the valley here, and I work for Copeland Bus part-time on the side. I've had my own route now here for the last 3-4 years, and the kids on it are great. Flexible hours, they work with you in many different ways. If you've got something going, they accommodate you, or they try to get somebody to run your road. Copeland treats you decent. You know, all the years I worked here. It's a great place to work.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber's offices. One call, that's all.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping.
Shop family-owned Brothers Maine for our large selection, low-price deals, and free delivery on top brands like Cafe, Hotpoint, and GE Appliances. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you 4imprint certain? Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
As the seasons change, it's so refreshing. And at Madison Lighting, they're following the trends in lighting and home decor. Their lighting experts help me bring my style to light. A fresh start with lighting for indoors and out at Madison Lighting.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
In the 608 today, we're talking about your chance, folks, to promote your favorite burger in the state.
Gosh, love that. Our Josh Sprider's here with how you can help support your favorite local establishments. Hey, Josh.
Hey, I could go for a breakfast burger right now. I don't know about you guys. We're so lucky to have so many places, amazing places to eat here in the 608, and the Wisconsin Beef Council is capitalizing on that. The organization is accepting nominations for their inaugural Wisconsin's Best Burger contest. Everyone has a favorite spot they choose when burger hunger strikes, and this is the opportunity to recognize those restaurants that work hard to create those delicious memories. Right now, you can nominate your favorite beef burger from a Wisconsin restaurant on the Wisconsin Beef Council website. I asked Angie Horkin why an event like this is so important for the Badger State.
Wisconsin Beef Council is super excited to be hosting the first year of the Wisconsin's Best Burger contest. This is a wonderful way for us to support our great food service industry here in the state and also to promote 100% delicious beef burgers.
Nominations will be accepted through midnight on Sunday, March 24th. That is this weekend. The Elite 8 restaurants that receive the most nominations will be announced in early April. Then a panel of judges will travel to each restaurant to evaluate the burgers. So there are some guidelines to be eligible for this contest. So the hamburger must meet this. The burger must be 100% beef. Other ingredients may be added to the patty, such as spices and veggies. All burgers must be composed of a formed ground beef patty and/or patties served on a bun or other bread product. Burgers may include any combination of condiments, sauces, cheeses, and toppings. And every component of the burger must be placed between the bun or bread pieces or served open face on a bread product. They're getting serious here, guys.
Well, you need to have these rules.
You really do.
You
really do.
Apparently you do.
The Wisconsin Beef Council says burgers must be available on the nominated restaurant's regular menu, and the restaurant must be open year-round as well.
Okay.
All of these details up on channel3000.com. So I have a question for you two.
Oh, boy.
Favorite burger? I know this is tough. I had to think
no.
about this for a little bit because I love burgers, and like we just grew up always having burgers.
Yeah,
so.
same. Oh, boy. In Madison?
Yeah. Putting
You
on
go
the spot.
first.
If you throw an over easy egg on it.
Oh, what a cop-out answer.
Yeah. You throw an over
You're
easy
not
egg
picking
on
a
it.
place?
I'm a softie.
Oh. I think the winner needs to be on the show.
I think so too.
We can try it for ourselves.
I think they should all be on the show. Yeah, let's just bring them all on.
Let's do it.
Since you guys didn't answer my question.
Yeah, what
I really like 2 places. Great Dane has a good burger.
Yes.
And also Stamhouse in Middleton, if you've ever been there. They also have a really good, the Stam burger.
Yum.
Yes.
Cafe Hollander.
Cafe Hollander. That's the hardest thing, just the old fashioned. I mean, there's so many good places. It's going to be interesting to see. At least this is kind of on the viewers again to nominate their favorite, and kind of a March Madness burger style.
Love it.
Which is kind of fun too.
So fun.
Let's do it. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share with folks at home. If you have one, find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
All right, it's 6:15. Kelly Slifka's back from Texas. He's cold out there on the patio.
Yeah, it is cold. It's not quite like Texas this morning. That is for sure. You know, last week we had the beautifully warm weather, and the trees out here on the patio have been budding. I guess they would probably have wished they would have waited another week or so because, yeah, we've got a chilly week headed our way, and definitely chilly this morning. Feels like 13 when you factor in the northwest wind right now in Madison, 14 in Janesville. Feels like 9 in Juneau. We do have this northwest wind, and no, we're not done with winter. Officially, spring arrives tomorrow, but we've got 2 alert days in our forecast because, well, first of all, we're looking at some accumulating snow. This will be a fast-moving storm system moving in Thursday night into early Friday morning, likely impacting the commute Friday morning. Then we're talking about, one of those sloppy rain-snow mixtures coming in Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday of next week. And that system, still the track is a lot of uncertainty as to whether it's more rain or whether it's more snow. That's what we're going to be watching for later in the weekend. Either way, it's going to be kind of an active end of the week going into the weekend here. That'll be the first weekend of spring, but it's going to feel a little bit more like winter. Temperatures in the 20s this morning, but at least we'll see some sun, I guess, if there's any fly in the ointment there. Temperatures should be topping out in the mid to upper 30s today, and the northwest wind will make it feel like 20s. There might be a few snow flurries or snow showers as the system passes to our north. Not going to be a big deal tonight. That'll be around midnight. Then tomorrow we'll actually get into a westerly wind, and with some sun, I think we'll be up close to 50, so not a bad first start to the spring. But take a look at this. Yeah, we're talking about spring, but we're talking about snow chances coming in Thursday night into early Friday, and then again later in the weekend. And that rain snow chances will ramp up later in the weekend and early next week. First of all, the system we'll talk about that will likely be impacting our weather toward Friday, especially Friday morning. So the Thursday should be quiet. Thursday evening, though, some of the snow starting to spread into the area. There might be a little bit of mixture toward the Illinois border. Then the snow will be impacting us Thursday night. Should be done with by the later part of the rush hour, but obviously some of that snow may be impacting the roads across southern Wisconsin. Of course, this time of the year, a lot of that will be melting on contact because of the mild temperatures. All right, 22 right now in Madison, 25 in Janesville. The Adele's at 25, 22 in Juneau, and across Dane County, 24 in Sauk City, 23 in Sun Prairie. So a chilly start to the week, 37. Down to 29 tomorrow morning. We're up to 50 tomorrow afternoon. Then we cool down very quickly. Most of Thursday dry. Thursday evening, though, some of that snow starts to spread in. And most of that done with by Friday morning, but some accumulation on the road better for the alert day for Friday morning. Dry day Saturday. Then we've got that sloppy system, rain-snow mixture Sunday into early next week with temperatures in the lower 40s.
And that was the moment the Badgers found out that they were officially dancing. And everybody is pretty excited, of course, except maybe Chucky Hepburn. He's already dialed in on making a deep run in March. And that deep run starts in Brooklyn for Wisconsin. As the 5 seed in the South, they'll face the Sun Belt Tournament champs, James Madison, the 31-3 Dukes. And the Badgers have played 2 common opponents, Michigan State and Arkansas State, but those are details. The only thing that matters to this group is that they're in.
Yeah, I mean, we got to come in with the same mindset no matter what team we're playing. It could be #1 team in the country or the last team in the country. It's March Madness. Anything can happen, so got to come in there with the same mindset.
I don't think any of us really care where we were playing, who we were playing. We're just excited to get between those lines and compete again.
Well, before the selection show, the Badgers were trying to win 4 games in 4 days. Wisconsin looking for their first Big Ten tournament title since 2015, and Chucky Hepburn doing everything he could to get them one. The step back and one. Badgers led by as many as 10 in the second half. the Illini would make a run. Wisconsin now down 3 with 2 minutes to go. How many times have we seen this? Max Klesman with the clutch triple to tie this one up at 85. But Illinois would answer right back. Terrence Shannon Jr. buries the triple to give the Illini the lead for good. Not the result that they wanted, but as Andrew Banstra found out in Minneapolis this week, the Badgers have got their groove back.
Wisconsin may have fell just short of winning the Big Ten tournament, but they're not headed back home empty-handed. They've got their swagger back, and they'll need it for March Madness.
Klesman for the lead. On target. Woo!
It stings. It hurts because this is one we wanted, obviously, and it was one of our goals. But as I told them in the locker room, now we put ourselves in position to, we got more basketball. We're a better team walking out of here today than we were when we showed up on Thursday.
I think we're feeling pretty good. We came into this weekend and we got a lot better as the weekend went on. I'm sure we would like to see the game end up a different way, but we can't knock the fight or the heart that this team showed, and we're ready for the March Madness, so we got to move on to next.
You know, I think we've gotten our swagger, our mojo back a little bit, and I'm super excited to see in these next 2 to 3 weeks where it can take us, you know, how we can use this as a trampoline into March Madness.
I mean, we played great here. We went 3-1 in this tournament. Definitely got our momentum back, our groove back. So I think we're coming into March Madness with a lot of groove.
Now it's Store time. A.J. Store with a downtown hit.
And now it's on to James Madison and the big dance. But as Stephen Crowell told me, I don't think any of us really care who we're playing, as long as we're between those lines competing. At the Target Center, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Bucks hosting the Suns. No Giannis in this one, but the Deer did get Chris Middleton back in the lineup. But the star of the game was Bobby Buckets Portis. He couldn't miss from deep. Portis finished with 31 and 10 off the bench, including 5 triples. As a team, Milwaukee hit 24 threes. Bucks get the win, 140 to 129. And speaking of dancing, for the first time in over a decade, the Wisconsin women's basketball team will be playing in the postseason. The Badgers received an at-large bid to compete in the WNIT. They'll find out their opponent later today when the bracket is released. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
All right, Zach, thank you. Still ahead, more March Madness bracket breakdown. We're taking a look at some important numbers ahead of this year's tournament.
We'll talk about it right after this.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide, so there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and 1 line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
This month, we're looking for 200 homeowners interested in getting a new fence. We're offering up to $1,000 off, plus an upgrade of up to 10 free solar caps. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. Call now or visit the website for your new fence today.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Habitat homes are not free. They're built and bought by hardworking families just like yours. Families with jobs, dreams, and a strong determination to create a better future. With stable homes, they can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond.
Catch the Bucks on broadcast TV when they clash with the Celtics on your new local home for select Bucks games. Watch as Giannis and the Bucks ship up to Boston to tangle with one of the top teams in the league in an Eastern Conference showdown. Don't miss it when the Greek Freak gets unleashed. Bucks, Celtics, on your new local home for select Milwaukee Bucks games. Wednesday at 6:30 on WISC TV 3.
All right, we are talking about the March Madness brackets that are hot off the presses this morning.
We printed ours out. I've made it to the Final Four, and now I don't know where to go.
So
and
we could not wait.
Kind of want to rip it up and restart because I'm already doubting myself.
So will you do multiple brackets?
I don't know. You know, I do some like on a phone in an app, and so I try to do it the same. So I like, you know, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. You know, but I may take another crack at it this morning. We'll see. But hey, I want to talk about some numbers here with brackets. About 50 million people are expected to fill one out this year. The American Gaming Association also predicts the NCAA men's and women's tournament will pull in $2.7 billion through legal sports books.
Okay.
And if you think you can fill out the perfect bracket, well, I wish you good luck. There are roughly 9 quintillion brackets possible.
Look at that.
That's a lot of zeros.
Good luck out there, everybody.
Yeah. Looking forward to the fun. March Madness.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about that matchup that the Badgers have coming up in our next half hour. Don't go anywhere.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I've been with US Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. They asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Us Days at US Cellular. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing at your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices,
so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
They say post it or it didn't happen. But out here, in the places we were made for, you'll have to take our word for it. Find somewhere the internet's never been. With a family of Broncos designed to get you there.
Choose FlexBuy on Ford Bronco Sport and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash.
Right now at U.S. Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at U.S. Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This morning, 6 months since abortions resumed in Wisconsin. We hear from Planned Parenthood on the future of abortion care.
Plus, the big dance is set after a solid run in the Big Ten tournament. What Badger men's basketball thinks about their matchup coming up later this week.
And here's your first look outside on this Monday morning. The sun's starting to rise.
Very nice.
A little chilly out there today, Kelly.
Yeah, starting out in the 20s this morning. Right now, 22 in Madison and also Monona. The breeze making it feel like teens. We've got a cool week ahead, and also we're tracking some snow later this week. More coming up.
Snow? Say it ain't so.
I'm just going to pretend he didn't say that.
Yeah, me too. I'm too excited about March Madness. Filling out my bracket all morning long. I love it.
So the Badgers are the 5 seed again. So the last 2 times they faced the 12 seed, they got bounced.
Yeah.
It can't happen 3 times in a row. I mean,
anything can happen in March, Chris.
Right.
We know that.
Yeah, you are right.
One of the
but
best
the odds
weeks.
of it happening 3 times in a row, the Badgers are due.
All right. Well, we'll see.
That's what I'm saying.
They play Friday night. We will have more on that coming up in just a bit.
Oh, we do have to talk about the weather. It's a cold
That's right.
start today. Kelly's also tracking snow chances later. So give us the bottom line, Kelly.
Yeah, we've got kind of a chilly week headed our way. You know, this should be our spring week, but it's not really going to feel like it. We kind of had that last week, so things have kind of turned on us. Chilly start to the week. Temperatures only in the 30s. We'll get one brief mild day, and that's coming our way tomorrow. Spring arrives tomorrow, but really it's not until 10 o'clock at night. So really the first full day of spring will be here on Wednesday. And it's going to be turning colder later this week, and we're watching a storm system that'll bring us some snow. Not expecting a whole lot of snow out of it, but likely producing some impacts come our way as you're headed off to work or school Friday morning. Wind chill values are a factor this morning, so bundle up. 13 is what it feels like on your exposed flesh, so make sure you cover up everything if you're going to be out for any duration. 11 in Juneau, 14 in Janesville, 22 in Madison, also Monona, 24 in Middleton, DeForest, currently at 22 degrees. So we do have some sun. We showed you the sky cam there. We'll see a mix of clouds and sun this afternoon. Temperatures in the low 30s here at the noon hour. Mid to upper 30s. Northwest wind will make it feel like 20s most of the afternoon. So it's going to be one of those chilly days as we start this work week. Talk more about that snow potential as we go into the later part of the week. And not only that one, we have another system that may be affecting us by the later part of the weekend into early next week. More on those storm systems coming up.
All right, talk to you then, Kelly. Today marks 6 months since Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin resumed abortion services at its locations in Madison and Milwaukee.
Our Braden Ross sat down with the Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin CEO, Tanya Atkinson, to reflect on abortion care in the state since the overturn of Roe and find out how they plan to move forward.
We are following breaking news out of Washington, D.C. The U.S. Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade.
When the ruling came down on a Friday, our attorney called our health center staff and told them to stop immediately.
June 24th, 2022.
The team had to go out into those waiting rooms and tell these women, these people who needed an abortion, that the decision that they had made was no longer theirs to make.
Wisconsin reverted to a pre-Civil War law widely interpreted as banning abortion.
We know how devastating it was for patients that day, and we also know that even with the operations with generous support, there still were people that were going to be unable to access the abortion care they needed.
For more than a year, Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin halted abortion procedures in the state. Many of their staff traveled to Illinois, where abortion was still legal, to help provide the procedure, oftentimes to Wisconsinites who had to cross state lines to get it.
They would see a patient, and the patient would say, I came from Wisconsin to Illinois. And the provider would say, me too.
But 6 months ago, abortion access in Wisconsin changed again.
Breaking news this afternoon. Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin says it will resume abortion services starting next week.
Our commitment was to restore access to abortion as soon as we had clarification.
The Dane County Circuit Judge's ruling that the 1849 law does not apply to abortion gave them that clarification.
When we announced the decision to resume services, the appointments were filled within 24 hours, and our appointments have remained filled since that time.
Today, there are only 4 clinics actively doing abortions in Wisconsin as legal challenges continue to work their way through the courts. Last month, Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin filed a petition asking the Wisconsin Supreme Court to find the 1849 law unconstitutional as a whole, hoping to protect abortion access for good. Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court has not said whether it will accept an appeal to the Dane County Circuit Judge's ruling that allowed abortion services to begin again, or Planned Parenthood's latest challenge.
To campaign 2024 now, as we take a live look at the White House, the Biden campaign continues its focus on swing states. Last week, the Biden administration released tens of billions of dollars for infrastructure funding. Almost $40 million of that is headed to Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation calls it a tremendous opportunity to reconnect neighborhoods. Here's a breakdown of where that money's going. The city of Milwaukee will receive a little over $36.5 million to connect historic and diverse communities along its 6th Street corridors. That's most of it. The Wisconsin DOT is also getting a couple $1 million to study new designs to connect a Southside Milwaukee neighborhood broken up by the interstate. Here in Madison, $1 billion will go towards new ways to expand Perry Street over the Beltline. The project is meant to revitalize neighborhoods south of the highway.
The Biden campaign isn't just putting money into the state, it's also been making consistent visits to Wisconsin as well. This month, Vice President Kamala Harris visited Madison, and President Biden was in Milwaukee just last week. On this week's edition of For the Record, our Will Keneally sat down with former Labor Secretary and current White House advisor Tom Perez on why this administration continues to invest in the state's infrastructure.
These issues weren't limited to larger cities like Milwaukee. And when we were scouring the country to better understand how these decisions of yesteryear had disproportionate impact on Black and brown communities, we discovered, issues like Madison and the Perry Street overpass. And your viewers understand that well, and how that ended up being a source of exclusion.
As for the Trump campaign, it remains to be seen if they will push as hard here in Wisconsin.
Today, President Biden is turning his focus out west, while former President Donald Trump is facing some criticism over comments made over the weekend. The former president rallied in Ohio, telling the crowd there will be a bloodbath if he doesn't win the election. In context, he was seemingly referring to the economic impacts on Americans if he didn't impose drastic tariffs on Chinese automakers. He's facing some criticism also over other comments he made from both sides of the aisle about migrants. Listen.
Not people, in my opinion. These are animals, okay?
The general tone of the speech is why many Americans continue to wonder, should President Trump be president?
President Biden also criticizing his opponent on Saturday during an off-camera event. Biden said embracing the January 6th insurrectionists poses a grave threat to our democracy, the gravest threat to our democracy since the American Civil War. Trump has also lost his support of his former Vice President Mike Pence.
See him departing from the mainstream conservative agenda that has defined the Republican Party over the last 40 years.
Meantime, voters in Arizona, Florida, Kansas, Illinois, and Ohio will head to the polls tomorrow. Former President Trump is expected to cast his primary ballot in his home state of Florida.
It's 6:38. Coming up after the break, the Badgers are going dancing. We've got all the game info you need for their first round matchup.
And it is a chilly start to the morning, but we are tracking the potential for some snow as we go through the later part of the week. We'll have more in the first warn forecast just ahead.
Also ahead, we're talking about Wisconsin's Best Burger Contest happening right now, how you can be part of it and support your favorite local establishment in the 608.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors at the best price. This bright white 6-panel interior door is $139.99 after rebate. Give your home an elegant look without the mess with Palisade waterproof wall tiles. They're durable, easy to install, don't require grout, and are ideal for any room in your home. A 10-pack of wall tiles is $59.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Interested in an electric vehicle? Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
When you download the Pick and Save app, enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. You can always discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing at your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit cubcadetdealers.com.
Americans are doing their best to get by, but with an uncertain economy and prices still rising, budgets are stretched thin. And Washington's new capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford. Basel III Endgame will make loans, utilities, and groceries more expensive and make it harder to access credit. Families, seniors, farmers, and small businesses are already struggling to make ends meet. Washington needs to scrap Basel III Endgame and start over.
Welcome to Badgerscape Design and Landscape. We offer a full range of landscaping services, from design to maintenance. Our professional team is dedicated to meeting all your landscaping needs. Call us at 608-295-1446 or visit badgerscapedesignandlandscape.com.
Introducing Gloria's Mexican Restaurant, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine and craft cocktails. We're proud to offer delicious dishes made from the best ingredients. Whether a family meal or a special event, Gloria's has you covered. Visit us today.
South Central, Wisconsin, where people unite for a brighter future and businesses thrive. And the food, oh, the food. Resilient, unwavering, always moving forward. Now, here's the deal. We've got our fair share of challenges, but here's the kicker. We own up to them. We advocate for change. We celebrate the good and we fix the bad. No settling, no backing down. That's our commitment to you. News 3 Now, always moving forward.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
More March Madness coverage. Badger men's basketball headed to Brooklyn for the opening round of March Madness. They are a number 5 seed yet again. They've not had the best recent history as a 5 seed, going up against a 12. They were bounced from the first round a couple of times in recent history with that 5-12 upset. So they're going to face James Madison, the Dukes from Harrisonburg, something like that, Virginia.
Somewhere out there.
They're on a heater, though. They've won like 14 straight.
Yeah.
They are the Sun Belt champions, 31-3 record on the season.
That's a lot of wins.
But here's what head coach thinks about him, Greg Gard.
First of all, it doesn't matter. The 68 teams that are in are all good. And you know my line of all the bad teams are on spring break. So, I mean, they're 31-3. They won the Sun Belt. Now, everybody, as I told the team after the game, we're all at the same starting block now. There's no more buys given to anybody, and we're all, racing towards the same thing. But you have to win 6, and you can't win 6 if you don't win 1.
So again, it's the 5th seed Wisconsin Badgers versus 12th seed James Madison Dukes. You can watch the game Friday right here on WISC-TV. Tip-off is at 8:40.
Yeah, it's a tough opening draw, but, it's winnable. I mean, the Badgers kind of got their groove back in the Big Ten tournament.
Sure did.
Lost Illinois in the championship, but, started to kind of turn things around there. So I think the Badgers are probably feeling pretty good. But, yeah, there's reason to be concerned. That 12-5 matchup, it's a popular pick.
Yeah, Chucky Hepburn, he's fired up right now.
Yeah.
He wants to win. He was really bummed about that loss to Illinois in the final. That's a game they could have won. He knows that. So I'll be watching him to see how he responds when they play on Friday.
Looking forward to it. Hey, we also have a quick programming note to share with you. This Wednesday, we will be carrying the Bucks and Boston Celtics game right here on WISC-TV. The Bucks game starts at 6:30, which means Survivor and The Amazing Race will be on Television Wisconsin. That's 3.2 over the air and on cable and satellite services. Survivor begins at 7 p.m. and Amazing Race will begin at 8:30. Once the Bucks game is over, Amazing Race will be joined in progress, but will continue on TW as well. Those who are unable to access CW over the air, on cable, or satellite have the option to watch CBS programming the next day on CBS.com.
6:44, Kelly Slifka's outside on the patio. It's cold out there, Kelly.
It is cold here. You know, we are just about wrapping up the winter season, but it's not quite done with us yet. It looks like it's going to be kind of an active week, especially later in the week, and rather chilly as well. Right now, we do have clear skies. That is the good news. We should see quite a bit of sunshine, but only expecting a high of 37 today. That's running well shy of our normal high of 45. The sun officially coming up here just after 7 o'clock. It's not only the cold temperatures, but also a bit of a wind. I'm kind of protected by the building here that is blocking some of that northwest wind, but it feels like 13. So make sure if you're going to be out for any duration, hats, gloves, need that winter jacket, and you'll probably need it all day long. Even with the sun, temperatures only in the 20s this morning. Should be up in the low 30s at the noon hour, topping out in the mid to upper 30s. So we are running about 8 degrees below our average. Now tonight, some clouds will move on in. There's a weak system passing to our north. Maybe a few snow flurries, snow showers to our north. That should be in and out fairly quickly around the midnight hour. And tomorrow, I think we'll get into some sunshine and a dry westerly wind. That should bring us some milder temperatures, getting closer to 50 with some sunshine. So that's going to be the really only mild day. Our average high now 45, 50 tomorrow, but we're right back in the 30s most of the rest of the week. Then going the weekend 40s. And we've got a couple of systems that'll be affecting us later this week going into the upcoming weekend, and some accumulating snow. No, we're not done with the snow yet. Don't quite put those shovels away quite yet. A couple of inches, maybe 3 inches of snow waking up during the commute Friday morning. So that'll be impacting some of those roads, and that will be moving in from the north and west. It's not going to be a real long duration storm system coming in from the northwest. These are one of those clipper systems that moves through fairly quickly, but could produce a couple of 3 inches of snow, it looks like, come Friday morning. Should be out of here during the morning hours. And then we'll get a quieter day for Saturday. But then by Sunday, we're watching another system that's going to be a slower moving system coming in from the south. This will have more moisture with it. And we'll look at some snow developing Sunday, mixing with some rain. So it's going to be one of those sloppy systems on Sunday night, Monday. That could linger into Tuesday before winding up going into next week. But with that system coming in, it does have the potential of producing not only some snow, but also some heavy rain and also some wind with that. So it's going to be kind of a sloppy forecast going into the weekend. 22 right now in Madison, 24 in the Dalles, 22 in Juneau, 25 in Janesville, across Dane County, 23 right now in Sun Prairie, 24 in Stoughton. First warm forecast 37 today. A breezy day tomorrow. Spring officially arrives tomorrow evening, not until 10 o'clock. So really the first full day of spring isn't until Wednesday, but it's going to feel much cooler with 30s for the rest of the week. That chance of snow really holding off until Thursday evening, diminishing by Friday morning for the morning commute. But then we do have the first warn alert day, dry day on Saturday before that sloppy system brings us a rain-snow mixture. Sunday, Monday may linger into Tuesday of next week.
Okay, Kelly, we know you'll track it for us. Thank you. In the 608 today, we are talking about burgers and how you can choose the best in the area.
That's right. Our Josh Sprider is here with how you can help support your favorite local spots. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're so lucky to have so many amazing places to eat right here in the 608, and the Wisconsin Beef Council is capitalizing on that. The organization is accepting nominations for their inaugural Wisconsin's Best Burger contest. Everyone has a spot they choose when burger hunger strikes, and this is the opportunity to recognize those restaurants that work hard to create those delicious memories. Right now, you can nominate your favorite beef burger from a Wisconsin restaurant on the Wisconsin Beef Council website. I asked Angie Horkin why an event like this is so important for the Badger State.
The Wisconsin Beef Council is super excited to be hosting the first year of the Wisconsin's Best Burger contest. This is a wonderful way for us to support our great food service industry here in the state and also to promote 100% delicious beef burgers.
Nominations will be accepted through midnight on Sunday, March 24th. That is this weekend. The Elite 8 restaurants that receive the most nominations will be announced in early April. Then a panel of judges will travel to each restaurant to evaluate those burgers. So to be eligible for the contest, the burgers must be 100% beef. Other ingredients may be added to the patties, such as spices and veggies. All burgers must be formed of a ground beef patty and/or patties served on a bun or other bread product, and they may include any combination of condiments, sauces, cheeses, and toppings. And every component of the burger must be placed between the bun or bread pieces or served open-faced on a bread product. So there are some guidelines here. The Wisconsin Beef Council also says burgers must be available on the nominated restaurant's regular menu, and that restaurant must be open year-round. All of these details can be found on channel3000.com, including that link to nominate. We're going to find out who the winner is in early May, just in time for Beef Month here in Wisconsin. So
making me hungry this morning. Yeah.
So have you guys been thinking about my question at all that I posed earlier?
I think I'm going to go with, now, I've only lived here for less than 2 years. I can't say I've experienced a lot of places. I would go Cafe Hollander.
Cafe Hollander.
That would be my pick.
Okay. I can't choose one. I mean, there are so many excellent places out there.
Leaving me out to dry.
I'm happy to have as many of them on the show as possible.
Right.
Yes.
So we can try them for ourselves.
And then we can maybe give out a recommendation or two.
I'm excited to see just how many local nominations we get.
Absolutely.
There are so many choices. That's the hardest thing. When I'm like, let's go for a burger, I have a hard time picking just one.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Wisconsin cheddar.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Thank you. Josh is always looking for inspiration to share with you folks at home. So if you have an idea you want to see on TV, find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. Coming up in the morning sprint, all the day's top headlines to start your week.
We're talking about him after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Here's California banker Eric Hovde, running for U.S. Senate. But Hovde's lifestyle? Pure California. CEO of a billion-dollar bank. Here's Hovde's over $7 million Laguna Beach mansion. And 3 years in a row, Eric Hovde was named one of Orange County's most influential residents. Multimillionaire California banker Eric Hovde. On Wisconsin's side, don't bank on it. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Pella's free in-home consultations make replacing or redesigning your windows and doors easy. We go beyond just measuring and handing you a quote. We take the time to listen and educate you on all your product options so you can be confident in choosing the look and functionality that's right for you. And with DesignWorks, you can see what your home will look like before you buy. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months when you order by March 31st. Set your free consultation at PellaWI.com.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked? Well, actually...
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
What's your lawn care plan for the summer? Having a Maple Leaf lawn care maintenance program means a better-looking lawn and more free time for you. Check our website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
The Portage Furniture Store with free delivery on brands you know and trust.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Happening today, jury selection for the officer charged in the shooting of Quadron Wilson. Mark Wagner is charged with a felony count of recklessly endangering safety. He was one of the nearly 24 law enforcement officers arresting Wilson for drug-related crimes. Wilson was left with 5 injuries stemming from just 1 bullet. The trial is set to begin tomorrow.
A father and son are in the hospital this morning after an ATV crash. It happened around 7 o'clock Saturday night in Muscadet. The ATV smashed into a truck trailer. First responders rushed the victims to local hospitals, and they were then flown to hospitals in La Crosse and Madison. Police are investigating.
In Sparta, a woman is dead and a man is injured after a rollover crash. Around midnight, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office responded to a rollover crash involving a UTV. The UTV was traveling east on Janus Avenue in the township of Well when it left the road and turned over. Alcohol is suspected to have played a part in this crash. An investigation is ongoing.
As the search for missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu continues, people in his community are doing what they can to ensure his return. A candlelight vigil was held yesterday to try and bring the community together. A call for more volunteers is currently in place, and the reward for Elijah's return is now at $40,000.
The U.S. is voicing concerns over civilian safety in Gaza, with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu doubling down yesterday on his vow to invade Rafah. He promises to evacuate more than 1 million civilians there, but world leaders are skeptical. Getting aid into the country has been tough enough, but leaders now fear getting people out will be even more challenging.
Donald Trump facing some criticism from Democrats and Republicans for rhetoric at a campaign event. In Ohio over the weekend, the former president said some migrants are, quote, not people. Trump also warned of a bloodbath if he loses the election when referring to potential economic impacts in the auto industry.
Badger men's basketball is headed to the big dance. The 5-seed Badgers will play against the 12th-seeded James Madison Dukes on Friday night. They'll be playing in Brooklyn, New York. The game starts at 8:40 Friday right here on WISC-TV.
All right, coming up at 7 o'clock, a chilly start to this morning, and we'll be only in the 30s for highs today, but even with some sunshine. Tomorrow will be milder as we get up close to 50. Won't last long as we've got some colder weather and some accumulating snow that'll be developing Thursday night into Friday morning. Temperatures, though, this morning in the 20s, feeling like teens, so bundle up. We'll be in the 30s, mid to upper 30s later today, so hanging on to some winter-like temperatures today, even with the sunshine. The flags are blowing about, so a breeze out there as well. A mild day tomorrow before we have some snow later in the week.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We're back with another news and weather update in 30 minutes.